What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Winnipeg Jets franchise mode. In the last episode, we had a really big offseason. We had the draft, and then we had some big free agent sign-ins. Obviously, we signed Tyler Johnson to a 4-year deal at $7 million. Hopefully, he lives up to the hype, and he's a for sure second liner for us right now. Hopefully, he goes a little bit in overall. He's maxed out, it looks like, so maybe he'll stay at 87, which that's not that bad. And we did trade to get Sam Bennett, who has the low elite potential. He's listed as a second liner, but he's getting first line power play time. We got him for 3 years at 4.6. After that, we're probably going to have to give him a pretty big payday. But the good thing is, after that, we can probably just dump Tyler Johnson and swap them two around and pay him the $7 million Tyler Johnson's getting paid, basically. And then the guy we drafted, Dmitry Tereshov, is ready, NHL ready, so he's right there. Patrick Laine got to jump to 82. And on defense, we did sign Andre Mazzaros to a 1-year deal just for time being. And then Josh Morrissey is now playing in the NHL with us. And then probably the biggest free agent signing we had, literally the biggest, 6'7", Big Ben Bishop will be our goalie for, I think, 4 years. Yeah, we got him for 7.3 for 4. I'm not really happy with that contract, but I think it's fine. Worst case scenario, we can move him. So it's not really that big of a deal. We still have Michael Hutchinson, which I moved him to the trade block to see if any teams would be interested in sending us some trades for that. Also, since the last episode, I did this off camera because some of you guys don't want to see this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it, and then I'll show you guys what I did afterwards. That's how I'm going to take care of all this management stuff. I did upgrade the parking lot 1, and we are maintaining it, and also we are getting a new parking lot, which that was part of our owner goals. So yeah, so hopefully that's going to be pretty decent for us and help us not get fired. Now, I was browsing through, and it shows the owner may have some willingness to move, which I'm not worried about that now. Maybe once we win a Stanley Cup or 2 here. It's unrealistic to move before Winnipeg gets a Stanley Cup, in my opinion. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to sim up to the season, and yeah. Alright guys, as you can see, we just got one of the owner goals complete. So he added $20,000 to our available funds this year. Like that's chump change for us, basically. So yeah. So basically, I'm just going to sim past preseason. I'll see you guys when the season starts. Alright guys, this also popped up while I was simming the preseason, and it's the promotional night thing. So we're going to go ahead and set some promotion nights. Obviously, the very first game of the season, we're going to set one, well, our very first home game of the season. We're going to do, I don't know, maybe we'll do a Ben Bishop bobblehead night to welcome him to Anaheim. Maybe that will get the crowd happy. And then we'll do one against Vancouver. We'll do a Blake Wheeler bobblehead night. Actually, no. We'll do a puck giveaway against Vancouver. Then against, I don't know, maybe let's do one against Pittsburgh. We'll do a scarf giveaway against Pittsburgh. And then for Tampa Bay, Ben Bishop's old team. Actually, we'll do another Ben Bishop bobblehead night just to rub it in their face. And for Buffalo, we're going to do, we can't do a Tyler Myers giveaway. We'll do a Dustin Byfuglien bobblehead night, and then for the 18th we'll do a t-shirt giveaway, and then towards the last game of the season is probably going to be the last one we want. It's against Dallas. We will do a hat giveaway, and we can afford one more, so we'll squeeze one probably in here to Calgary we do a puck giveaway, and that's all our promotional nights for this season. So we're going to save and exit. And yeah, so I'm going to continue simming to the... Oh, we're in preseason now. So basically, I'm just going to sim past preseason really fast. Why did I say really day? Yeah. Also, I'm going to apologize because I have been trying to get over this cough for a few weeks now. And it's really aggravating. I don't know why I still have it, but I do. And it is aggravating. Why did I click edit lines? I did not mean to do that. Did we send anybody to the monitor? I'm not worried about that right now. I'm pretty sure they'd get sent down anyways if they were already supposed to go to the minors. So, yeah, let's sim past preseason. So far, we're 1-0. Maybe we're sweep preseason. It doesn't really matter. So, this is our first game of the season. So, we're going to sim 2 that day. And maybe we'll get some trades for Hutchinson. I think I have someone else up there on the trade block. I don't really remember. I would have to check, which I'll check after this. And yeah, so basically, the way this team's looking, we could have a monster season for this franchise. We could bring these guys to the Stanley Cup Finals if we pushed hard enough in the playoffs and have a successful trade deadline. It just depends. Waivers will be in effect. Otherwise, all blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. Waiver players. None of them were sent down yet. I was wondering about that. And here we are, first day of the NHL season. And I'm going to go to the trade block real fast. I want to see who I should throw on the trade block. Alright guys, yeah, these are the guys we have on the trade block. I'm just going to leave it how it is now. We have our first round pick. We have Fletcher and Hutchinson on the trade block. I'm just going to leave it like it is now and go from there. So let's slow sim our very first game of the season against the Nashville Predators. Hopefully we can start the season off with a really strong win. Here, our very first home game. I believe it's like, what is it? I forget what it is. I think that's right, Ben Bishop bobblehead night to welcome him to Winnipeg. So here we go, Ben Bishop. Let's hope you have a really good game. And first period. Oh, there we go. Sam Bennett, Tyler Johnson, and Dmitry Tereshov. All three players that we did not have last season have showed up and have scored a goal. Look at that. That's the third line. That's also the third line. That's the second line. What a game so far. That's one way to start it. Second period. Okay. So Granberg gets one. That's fine. That's fine. And third period, and it's going to end just like that. 3-1 Winnipeg. That's what I want to see this year. How many points did Tyler Johnson had? He had 1. Sam Bennett had 2. And Ben Bishop almost getting a shutout in his very first night in Winnipeg. That could set the score for what this season could be like. So yeah, that was Ben Bishop bobblehead night. That's correct. That's what it was. And that was a really good game, guys. So let's get some simulation going. And we're slow sim against Edmonton. I want to try to slow some more games. It's mainly just trades. That's what it's been so far. I looked back on the videos, and we need to do some more simulation in the video. Shootout loss to Philadelphia, but we still have gotten a point in at least every game. Another shootout loss. Come on, let's beat LA. 5-3 loss. So we get our first regulation loss, which is fine. I mean, I don't want to start the season off losing, but at least we're getting points. And here we go against Anaheim. Maybe we play better when we slow sim. Did I say Anaheim? Against Edmonton. I just realized I said that. So here we go. Connor McDavid and Edmonton Oilers. First period. Nikolai Ehlers and Sam Bennett on Cam Talbot. Look at that. It's like when we slow sim, our team plays better. Second period. Marco Dano and Leon Draisaitl. Okay, so 3-1 again. Third period. Dustin Byfuglien gets the empty net. And Jesse Puljujarvi gets one to make it interesting. But then Dustin Byfuglien gets the empty netter to put this one away. So we win 4-2. So it's like we played better with simulation. Anyone had like a hat trick or anything. Nikolai Ehlers with 3 points. Marco Dano with 2 points. Tyler Johnson with 3 helpers. What a game. What a team so far. What a team. We're putting up the points in like when we slow sim games. But when we don't slow sim games, it seems like we can't get it going. So we do that back-to-back with Edmonton. So now let's take them to our home ice. And we're slow simming for that game too. Alright guys, let's get this slow simulation going for Edmonton round number 2. Let's show them how to play in our house. We went to their house and destroyed them. Let's bring them to our house and let's beat them. Here we go. First period. Mark Scheifele gets one. There we go. Second period. Oh, Milan Lucic gets one. Third period. Whoa. That was bad. Darnell Nurse. I think it's... I know that it's Pouliot, but what's his first name? I don't remember. I think it's Ben Pouliot. I could be wrong in that. And then Mark Letestu gets one when we took Bishop out. So, yeah, maybe that wasn't the best night for Ben Bishop. You know, that's fine. Every goalie has their shaky nights. We're 2-2-2. Let's get the wins going, boys. Let's make sure people know right off the bat we're a contender team. Our next game is against Florida. Let's see if we can get a couple of W's here with Florida and San Jose. We lost in overtime to Florida and San Jose. We beat them 6-3. There we go. That's our first win without simulation. So this year's draft, it's a bit weaker than normal. So we could trade our first round pick at the trade deadline if we have to. And we shut out Philadelphia 2-0. That's what I want to see from this team. This is gonna be a real simulation heavy video, guys. Just letting you guys know now. We're probably gonna go up into the All-Star game. I'm not. Okay. Anyways, another thing I want to start doing at the end of every month, check the stats each player's gotten to see how well they've improved. So, anyways, that's the end of the first month of the NHL season for this year. So let's see what we can do. Let's see how our team is doing. Right now we're number 3 in this Central Division, which it's still too early to worry about the standings. Patrick Laine actually leading the team in points. Really, I didn't see his name up there for goals at all when I slowed simmed it, but that's probably why. Patrick Laine with 4 goals and 6 assists, so 10 points. He's a +4, so that's really good from Patrick Laine. That's exactly what I want to see. Blake Wheeler, number 2. Nikolai Eller is number 3, but he's in the -2, so that second line's getting scored on a lot. Mark Scheifele's up there with 7 points. Big Buff's up there for 2 goals, 4 assists, so that's actually pretty good. Tyler Johnson's up there. Marco Dano, 5 points. Joel Armia with 4 points. Sam Bennett also with 4 points, which Sam Bennett, he's been tearing it up, it seems like. I don't know, 9 games, 4 points on the 3rd line. That's actually pretty good. Adam Lowry, he's on the 4th line, so that's not bad at all. Dmitry Tereshov, he's doing really good for that's his first season ever in the NHL. 3 points in 9 games, that's not bad. 3rd line again, so yeah. And then down here, there's some people. I mean, basically all our forwards have scored at least got an assist. But I mean, Josh Morrissey, you can't really expect much from these two. They're not out there much. Oh, never mind. Kopp didn't score yet. I said almost all the forwards have like a helper or something. Kopp is not on the board yet, so maybe he'll get one pretty soon. So yeah, Patrick Laine have 10 points at the end of the first month. That's pretty sick. That's really good, actually. Let's see how Ben Bishop's doing. Ben Bishop he has 1 shutout, obviously. Yeah, so I mean, what's his save percentage? 92. That's not terrible. I mean, it could be better, but that's actually pretty good. But hopefully the season doesn't fall apart for him. And yeah, so let's check the progress reports and see if anybody's grown at all so far. Alright guys, I just checked. It's too early in the season for anybody to grow at all. So checking the progress reports was just a waste of time, so I'm just going to cut that out. Anyways, let's get this second month of stipulation going. And depending on how we play, we'll determine if we should move the lines around or not. So we're going to slow sim a game we'll go against New Jersey. So yeah, so Taylor Hall, if he's still there, and Corey Schneider, if he's also still there. So yeah, we're going to go against them. Let's see what we do. We lose 5-1 against Minnesota. That's not good. So we need to get these wins going. This win 2, lose 2 thing isn't going very well for us. Let's see here. Okay, the New Jersey Devils, let's get this game going. First period. That's what I want to see. Chris Versteeg scores for them. Mazzaros, Tyler Myers, and Joel Armia scores for us. So it's 3-1 already going into the second. So we do have the upper hand so far. Alright guys, second period. Okay, Travis Zajac and Adam Henrique. So it's a tie game. Come on guys. Don't lose to New Jersey. Third period. Travis Zajac gets another one. We are losing games. Come on guys. I don't want to shake up the lines just yet. But I don't know why we're losing games like we are. I mean, it's too early to really worry about it. There is a notification for upgrade and maintain. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's the team store maintenance, so let me go take care of that real fast. Alright guys, back to the simulation. Let's get this going. Let's slow sim. We'll slow sim against we'll go against New Jersey again. Let's see if we can get our revenge on them. Now up next we're against Dallas, which they probably have a pretty sick team because they probably still both have Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin and John Klingberg. So they probably still have a pretty sick team. Scout the OHL for 5 weeks for forwards, and we beat them 3-2. So we can beat the good teams. It's just the decent teams we're losing to. Whoa, 7-5 against Colorado. Wow, what a kill. That was, the goalies were not present in that game. Then a 1-0 loss against the Blues. And let's go against New Jersey here for our revenge game. Let's beat them. Hopefully they made us a better team. Let's go. First period. Scoreless. Second period. Mark Scheifele and Corey Schneider. Here we go. Third period. Nikolai Ehlers. So Ben Bishop does get that shutout. Was that Ben Bishop? Yeah, it was Ben Bishop. He does get the shutty. 31 saves. and Mark Scheifele with 2 points. Alright, so let's get back into the simulation. We're slow sim. We'll let some simulation take place. We're going to slow sim against Jack Eichel and the Buffalo Sabres. So up next, we do got the Detroit Red Wings, which I'm pretty sure they've been wanting to trade away Zetterberg and Cronwall. So hopefully, they're 3-12. They're terrible this year. We beat them 5-2. Vancouver beats us 2-1, and then St. Louis, they're 10-6-1. We beat them 4-3. So yeah, so far we're not doing too bad. We're stringing wins together here and there, but then we get a loss or two, and it really kills our momentum. Either way, we are still doing decent. So here we go. First period against Buffalo. Kopp gets a goal on Robin Lehner. So there we go. Finally, I don't know if that's his first point or not, but that's the first point I've seen from him. Because last time I checked, he had 0 points. So there you go, Kopp. That's great. Second period. Kopp gets 2. Maybe he can get a hat trick. And Ryan O'Reilly gets 1 on Ben Bishop. Here we go. Third period. Ristolainen scores and ties it up. We're going to overtime. At the end of, we're going to go. Let's go times 8 for overtime. Come on. Come on. Somebody score for us. And we're going to the shootout. And at the end of the shootout, Tyler Johnson wins it for us. Blake Wheeler also scored in the shootout. So we do beat the Buffalo Sabres 3-2. So yeah, pretty solid game for us basically. I thought we were going to have a little choke there in the end, but we didn't. So let's continue the simulation for this month and see how we finished the month out. Up next, we got the Carolina Hurricanes in Carolina. Hopefully we can get a win. And we lose 4-1. Not really what I want to see from this team. Come on. Okay, Nashville Predators up next. They're 13-6-2. They're a pretty sick team. And we lose them in the shootout. At least we're getting points. Minnesota, they shut us out 3-0. So it seems like when we score goals, we score a lot of goals. Then when we don't score goals, we don't score at all. Like we have those 1-goal nights and then those no-goal nights. So this is our last game of the month, and then we'll check the stats and probably shake the team up depending on how this game goes. So Austin Matthews will be starting for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's see how he does. First period. Okay, scoreless. Second period. Blake Wheeler, Sam Bennett, and Kopp gets 1. Maybe we need to start slow simming more because it seems like we do win when we slow sim. I probably just jinxed us. Third period. Oh, TJ Oshie gets 2. TJ Oshie, the guy who declined our contract, is on the Toronto Maple Leafs. TJ Oshie gets a pair, and then Adam Lowry and Nikolai Ehlers. Make sure there's no comeback. So, yeah. So, that was a pretty high-scoring game. TJ Oshie with 2 goals. What a dude. He just evil TJ Oshie. Adam Lowry with the 2 points. So, gets the first star. So, pretty good game for us, I guess. I don't know. So, let's sim to the first, and we'll see if there's any trades or anything that we can... Not trades. We'll check we're going to check to see if any teams have made any trades or anything. It probably not this early in the season, I think. Yeah, nothing so far. So, hopefully, let's check the stats. Alright, guys. Patrick Laine is tearing it up. 23 points now. That's just sick. So, in the first month, he got 10 points. And in the second month, he's gotten 13. So, that's really sick. So, yeah, 17 assists, 6 goals. I think he had like 4 goals last time. But as long as he's putting up points, it doesn't really matter. Blake Wheeler's still number 2 with 19 points, and Mark Scheifele right behind him with 18. So that's what I want to see from the first line. I want to see everyone on the first line contributing when it comes to points. And then on the second line, I see Nikolai Ehlers, Tyler Johnson, and Marco Dano is also on the second line. But, 9 points isn't bad. Joel Armia just has 1 more, so it's not like they're far apart. Sam Bennett with 9 points. I guess he's doing decent. It's not much more than it was last time. But it's still early in the season. Dustin Byfuglien. Cobb's got 6 points now, so he's been tearing it up lately. So, yeah. So, even Josh Morrissey gets a goal. So, everyone on the team has at least 1 goal, I believe. Yep. So, everyone on our team has scored a goal, besides, obviously, the goalies. Which, I'm sure Ben Bishop hasn't scored a goal yet. Yeah, no. So, yeah. So, Ben Bishop's pretty... I want to say he's decent. 91. Hellbeck's actually got a pretty good save percentage, but he hasn't played much. So, yeah. So, let's get back in. Alright, guys. Here we go in December. Let's get these games simulated. We're going to slow sim the game against the Ottawa Senators. Right off the bat, we have a home game against Chicago. Hopefully, we can beat the Blackhawks. And they're having a bad year, and we will lose to them 3-0. I'm not surprised. The Senators are actually having a pretty good year, 15-8-2. That's still early, but yeah, it's a pretty good record so far. We're 11-9-4. Let's see if we can beat them. First period. Okay, Paju or Paggo, however you say his name, gets one on Ben Bishop. Second period and third period, and they shut us out 1-0. You gotta hate those games, but they will happen. There's really nothing you can do when the goalie basically only lets one goal in and your forwards don't really show up that night. So we got both the New Yorks in New York. At least it's not a far travel. So let's see. We got the Rangers first at MSG. Let's see if we can beat them. And we lose to them for the 1. Islanders. Okay, that's 4 losses in a row. If we don't win this game, we have to change the lines up. So let's slow sim this game against Nashville, because that's terrible if we're dropping games like this. First period, Tyler Myers and Blake Wheeler. Second period. Whoa, that's a lot of goals. Okay, Sam Bennett, Roman Yoshi, Ryan Johansson, Jacob Trouba, Mark Scheifele, and Ryan Johansson again. This is a high-scoring game. Third period. Whoa, oh, come on. We're going to overtime. Really, guys? Really? Okay. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Is that Arvidsson? Yeah, that's Arvidsson, I think. I could be wrong in that. Armia, Craig Smith, and James Neal gets one against us to tie it up and bring us into overtime. We have to win this game, guys. And shootout, and Blake Wheeler puts it away for us in the shootout. Depending on how we do next game will determine if I change the lines up or not. Because dropping 4 straight like that is really concerning. Because now we're like, at first, like, yeah, we're doing really good this season. It's a decent season. Now we're like barely a 500 team, and it's like really concerning. So let's just keep the simulation going. Let's go against the St. Louis Blues, and maybe we should change the lines up after that. I'm trying to get a really good scouting going of all these leagues with a lot of forwards in them. That's why I'm scouting these for quite a while. So that's why I'm just cranking it up to like a month or 5 weeks or something like that. Let's see how we do against St. Louis. And we will 2-0 win. So maybe we just had a little bad stretch right here. Let's slow sim this game against the Islanders. Hopefully we don't drop another game. We have to win games, guys. We cannot lose any games if we want to make these playoffs this year. Here we go. First period. Sam Bennett, Travis Harmonic, Patrick Laine, and Andrew Ladd. Second period. Prince, Scheifele, and Tavares. And third period, Mark Scheifele ties it up. We're going to overtime. Overtime and shootout. Tyler Myers. We were sick in this shootout. We don't lose in the shootout round. Okay, guys. Our record is 14-12-4. And I think it could be better, but it's not terrible. So, as I said, we're going to the All-Star game in this episode, which is right here. So, we got like another full month, almost another full month of simulation to do. So hopefully we can win some games here. Up next, we do have Colorado, the Avalanche. We are going to slow sim because it just seems like we play better when we slow sim games. If I have to slow sim games for most of the season, so be it. We will do that, and it will just be more episodes. That's fine. I mean, I want to get to playoffs as much as you guys do, but can't be one in a day. So here we go. First period. Okay, yeah, that's not going well. Soderberg, Polak, and Gabriel Landeskog they each get one on Ben Bishop. Second period. Iggy, Tyler Johnson, Blake Wheeler try to fight back, but we got nothing going for us. See, it's games like that. Like, we do good, get a little win streak going, and then we just get destroyed. So we have to string it together. I want at least like a 4 winning streak. That's all I want is a 4-game win streak. That'd be great. So here we go. We're simming the game against Toronto. Hopefully we beat LA and Minnesota. LA we lose 4-2. We beat Minnesota 3-1. I don't know what's with the losses. Maybe Ben Bishop wasn't the solution to our problem. Let's sim this game against Toronto. And I'm probably going to change the lines up after this month if I don't see like an increased percentage of winning. Here we go. First period. Marincin and Kadri, and then Patrick Laine gets one. Second period. Sam Bennett and Tyler Bozak. And third period. Tyler Johnson sends us overtime. And shootout. And JVR puts us away in the shootout. So we're getting points. It's not like we're not getting any points. We are putting up points. But we need to put up wins. So we do got 2 more games of this month, and I'm going to try something with the lines, and we'll see if that works. We'll see if how the first line's still doing. Because Patrick Laine had 23 points going into this month. We'll see how many points he has now. That first line could be the problem. It could be the second line. I don't know. We got to look at the plus minus. We beat Pittsburgh 2-1, and then we lose to St. Louis 2. See what I mean? Like, we get 1 win, and then we lose the way we just won. December was not really a good month for us. I guess we finished above 500, so I guess it's fine. We got some maintenance things we got to do, so let me take care of this, and I'll be right back. Alright, guys, we are 6th in the Central Division. We are 16, 15, and 5. So that is concerning that we're not sitting in a playoff spot right now. It's still early, though, so as I said, we don't necessarily have to worry about it. Patrick Laine with 32 points. So he's gotten, 9 points in a month? So that's actually pretty good. I don't think he scored any goals. I think he had 10 goals last month as well. I don't think he's scoring many goals. Blake Wheeler's still up there with 28 points, and Mark Scheifele's up there as well. I don't know. Maybe I try Tyler Johnson up there. But it seems like Mark Scheifele's putting up more goals. I'm not quite sure what to do here. Because it seems like there's goals being scored. I feel like we need to increase it more. Let's see. So Nikolai Ehlers, you're fine. 23 points. You're on the second line. So second line is -8. Maybe we move Tyler Johnson to the third line and bring Sam Bennett up to the second line. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's ready to play second line. What's his face-off? 79. What's your face? 78. So yeah, he'd be better at face-offs. Dmitry Tereshov is tearing it up down there on the third line. That's great. That's exactly what I want to see from someone young who we just drafted, first year out of the draft. So people are contributing to the points. That fourth line's -10, but it's a fourth line. What do you want? That's the only thing I can think of is just swap the lines up. Maybe put Tyler Johnson on the third line, bring Sam Bennett up to the second line, give him more ice time since, I mean, he's not doing that much. Tyler Johnson's not doing that much worse than like Mark Scheifele is. Mark Scheifele's on the first line. I mean, Mark Scheifele's a second liner he's listed as, so he'd be okay with second line ice time. So what if we try Sam Bennett on the first line, Scheifele on the second line, and Tyler Johnson on, yeah, let's play with the lines and see what we. Alright guys, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Sam Bennett on the first line, move Tyler Johnson down to the third line, and then Mark Scheifele will be playing on the second line. That way the first line's Patrick Laine, Sam Bennett, and Blake Wheeler. Actually, I might move Nikolai Ehlers up to the first line. No. Let's leave it like this. See if this works. If this doesn't work, we'll shake it up again. Marco Dano, I mean, I looked at him, and he hasn't really been performing very well lately, morale-wise. So maybe because he's playing on the right wing when he's on left wing, that could be the issue. So maybe we put Blake Wheeler here. But I don't want a first line of Marco Dano, Sam Bennett, and Patrick Laine. Blake Wheeler, Mark Scheifele, Nikolai Ehlers on the second line. I mean, we could try it, see if that goes well. I might move Dmitry Tereshov up because he's completely tearing it up on the third line. 14 points. But Blake Wheeler is doing fine, so I don't want to do that. I mean, it'd be nice if Marco Dano would be better, but Blake Wheeler needs to stay on the first line. I know Mark Scheifele should still be in the first line, but I think it's fine like this when it comes to ice time because he's on most of the power plays and special teams. Mark Scheifele's on almost all of them. Like, he's normally the first one out there. So, yeah. So, maybe this would work. Let's try this for a few games and see how well this line change will shake things up. Alright, guys, here we go. We got Colorado on the very first day of the month, and let's slow sim this game and see if that first line contributes any more than it already does. Here we go, first period. Patrick Laine gets 2 goals. There we go, that's what I want to see. Second period, Nikolai Ehlers and Koshmak gets a goal on Varlamov, and then third period, Koshmak gets another one on Blake Como. So maybe that line change was what we needed. I think Kosmok's on the 4th line, so I don't really think it affected him. He could be on the 3rd line. I'm not sure of that. Let's go against Columbus. We're slow sim this game as well and see if we get anything else out of this team. If we do, that would be great. So here we go. Let's slow sim this game. CBJ versus WPG. Let's get this going. Winnipeg versus Columbus. First period. Sam Bennett gets one. That's what I want to see. And Carlson gets one on Ben Bishop. Second period. Dmitry Tereshov gets one. And then third period. Okay, guys. These lines are working. I know I'm going to get some hating comments because Mark Scheifele's on the 2nd line. But if it works, it works. So there is something else that has to be maintained. Let me take care of this real fast so we don't get kicked out of here. Alright guys, I got that out of the way. So let's continue slow simming games here. We play better when we slow sim, so I'm going to try to keep the slow simulation going. We're slow sim this game against Minnesota, which they're a pretty good team. So they're 23-15-1. Let's make that 23-16-1. Here we go. First period. Sam Bennett gets one. That's maybe where we had to put Sam Bennett. And then Eric Stahl and Mikko Koivu gets one. But Sam Bennett is contributing a lot more. Obviously, he has more ice time. But I feel like putting him on the first line would be pretty good for him. I mean, Mark Scheifele's obviously, this is going to be Mark Scheifele's team one day. But Sam Bennett is another asset we have and we need to use. And make sure we use him appropriately to the amount of ice time he can handle. Throw it at him. If he's going to score goals, give him the puck. That's all I can think of. We only do this for a month. We don't necessarily need to go there for 5 weeks. So here we go. We got Buffalo. We're slow simming this game as well. And then we'll go back to normal simulation and see if that has anything to do with it. Here we go. First period. Tyler Johnson, Nikolai Ehlers, and Gergensons. So there's Tyler Johnson showing up on the board. Second period. Mark Scheifele gets one. The new 2nd line, Mark Scheifele and Kyle Pozo. Third period. Mark Scheifele gets another one. So does Blake Wheeler. And then Larson gets one for them. So Blake Wheeler and Mark Scheifele are still scoring. So yeah. So far, I'm liking the way the lines are now. Seems like we're winning more. It's only been 4 games. So it's no big deal. So we're going to fast simulate up until this Tampa Bay game. We do have, I'm not worried about the trade block. Nobody sends us trade, that's fine. We do have San Jose right here. And we will beat San Jose 3-1. Now we have Vancouver. And Vancouver just have a terrible year. We beat them in overtime. Then we beat Arizona. Guys, I think we found the lines that work. 22-16-5. We are on a we're on a 4-game winning streak. So yeah, that's not bad. And so far from this month, we've played a total of what? That's 3. That's 6. We've played 7 games so far this month. We've only lost 1. So we're 7-1 in the month of December. So let's slow sim this game here against Tampa Bay. Ben Bishop bobblehead night. Let's go. First period. Nikolai Ehlers and Dmitry Tereshov, second period. Ooh, Jonathan Drouin and I forget how to say his name, so I'm not even going to try. It's like, no, I'm not even going to try. Third period. Come on. Stamkos and Victor Hedman show up, and that's fine. We're going to lose some. So what, we're 7-2 for December. Let's make that 8-2 against Carolina. I do have to upgrade the arena, so give me 1 second. Alright guys, let's continue simulation here. We got Carolina, so we are going to slow sim against Carolina. I think it's like a t-shirt giveaway. Yeah, it's a t-shirt giveaway. So let's slow sim this game against Carolina. And they have a similar record to us. So here we go, first period. Marco Dano, Teravainen gets one for them, and then Nikolai Ehlers and Tyler Myers for us. So that's exactly what we want to see. Second period, and now we're in the third period. And Noah Hannafin and Jordan Stahl gets one, but so does Marco Dano and Dustin Byfuglien. So yeah, it seems like whenever I put Mark Scheifele on the second line, Marco Dano has been contributing a lot more now. So maybe putting him on the second line may be a good thing. I know it seems like Mark Scheifele should be a first line, but maybe he gets a little bit better by playing on the third line. Maybe Sam Bennett gets better on the first line, and hey, it just works out that way. So we do have the Chicago Blackhawks, and then the Washington Capitals. So let's sim both these games before we slow sim again. And our last game is going to be against Chicago on the 30th, so we're slow sim that for sure. Let's see, Chicago, we will lose to them 2-1. So what? We're 8-3. Let's not lose here, guys. Let's just keep these games going. Let's slow sim Washington. As I said, it seems like we perform better when we slow sit in the games. So if we have to do that more, so be it. Here we go. First period. Okay, Marcus Johansson gets one for them. Second period. Blake Wheeler, Johansson, and Backstrom all score at third period. And yeah, I figured that's the way it was gonna go. So see, once we string together a nice little win streak, we get this little slump of losses. Hopefully it doesn't happen to us yet again. We're just gonna send past Nashville. Hopefully we can beat Nashville. Come on, guys. Don't lose another game. Win another game. And we lose 4-1. Why can't we keep winning games? Guys, come on. This little 3-game losing streak we always do is not going to bring us to the playoffs. I mean, watch. We're barely going to beat Chicago or we're going to lose to Chicago. And I'm not going to know what to do with this team. Here we go. First period. Okay. Marion Hossa and Adam Lowry. Second period. Marion Hossa and Blake Wheeler. Third period. Adam Lowry and Tyler Johnson. That's what I want to see. Okay, so this was probably one of the best months we had so far. So, yeah. Without a doubt, this is probably the best month we've had of this season so far. We could still completely light it up in February and March and just completely go on a tear. Like, win, I don't know, like, have this month for the rest of the season and we'll make playoffs. I'm not worried about that. I'm pretty sure we're going to make playoffs. I'm not necessarily worried about that. So, yeah. It's just a matter of would we get past the first round or not. Which we could always, at the trade deadline, we could always buy. We're barely in the playoffs right now. 53 points. Barely in the playoffs right now. Which, it doesn't really matter yet. But once we get to the trade deadline, I want a solid image of if we're making playoffs or not. I want to be at least in that 4th spot. If we're not in that 4th spot, then it's really iffy and we're really going to have to buy players. Let's take a look at the stats and see how everybody's been doing. I want to see how much better Patrick Laine has been doing. Blake Wheeler's now leading the team with 40 points. So he's woken up, that's for sure. Patrick Laine right behind him. Mark Scheifele is doing better now, too. So this may be, because there's Sam Bennett still isn't getting many points. I mean, I don't know if is that first line maybe, yeah, I'm thinking that first line is hurting Sam Bennett. So maybe put Mark Scheifele back on the first line and put Sam Bennett back on the third, or move Sam Bennett down, because it seems like Tyler Johnson is doing better on the third line. As much as I would hate to say it, I feel like because he doesn't really have any more potential. He's maxed out at 87. He's staying there. Sam Bennett could still get really good. Mark Scheifele is going to be really good. So maybe put Scheifele on the first line, put Bennett on the second line, and then like alternate them. Dmitry Tarasov, man. That dude is tearing it up. Dustin Byfuglien, 20 points. Armia, 18. Marco Dano. Man, I don't know what to do with Marco Dano. I mean, it'd be nice, but I thought he was contributing a lot more, but not very much. Maybe a few more goals, and that's about it. He's still -7. I don't know what we do with Marco Dano. Maybe he's one of the guys we can deal away at the trade deadline for like a left winger, because we don't have very many left wingers, and we do need a solid left winger to play on the left side during the playoffs if we do make playoffs. And we really don't have any room for another right winger, because we have Armia coming up, which I'd rather keep Dano than Armia. Yeah, I mean, maybe you trade Joel Armia, but he's not doing terrible. I mean, he's not doing bad, but he's got that low potential. Maybe we use him as trade bait. I think everyone on the team is fine. It's just that we don't have space for Marco Dano. I mean, we could always trade Armia and then play Nikolai Ehlers on the third line. That's where he's supposed to be, but he's tearing it up on that second line. So I really don't know. Worst person on the team is Josh Morrissey, but he's a +5. So that's all I ask of my defense, is to be a plus. And let's check out our goalies. How's our goalies doing? How many starts have Helbig had? Helbig's had 10 starts. So he's actually been playing pretty frequently. So he's up to 85, which I think he was 85 anyways. No, I think he was like 83. So he's still listed as a backup, yeah. Ben Bishop's overall did go back up, and the save percentages are going to be up and down. That's completely fine. Let's check the AHL team real fast. I want to see how well all our prospects are doing. AHL, see who's tearing it up down there. Nick Patan, that's perfect. Harkins, Brendan Lemieux, Chase Dolio, Vitaly Zubov, Christian Vesalainen. That's the guy we drafted in the first round, first overall. So I hope he gets really good. Patrice, you're nobody really. Where's that? Our defensive prospect. There's Pashali, as someone corrected me in the comments. He's not doing terrible. I mean, he's a -3. That's actually pretty bad. But, I mean, it's the AHL. They need to improve. Goalies, what's Eric Comrie up to? Still at 85. He's probably tearing it up down there. 18 and 12. I mean, he doesn't have very good forwards. But, I mean, that's actually pretty good. Eric Comrie may be a starting goalie for us over Helbeck one day. We got I mean, this upcoming offseason, he's going to want a contract. And it's going to depend on what his overall is over who gets the starting goalie job. Maybe we go one season with both of them. But then, what about Ben Bishop? That's a big question we have coming up this upcoming offseason. Who do we take? Who's going to be our for sure goalie? I like Eric Comrie better personally. But I don't think that really matters. Let's go to AHL and see. NHL, I mean, we're number 5 in the Central. I mean, where do we sit in the entire league? Maybe we're not doing that bad. Maybe it's just our division's really hard. Actually, we are doing. I don't see it. There we are. We're number 18th. So what is the top 19 teams get in the playoffs, something like that? Actually, I think it's the top 16 or something like that. You get in the playoffs. We could do so much better. What is it? What is our problem? What's our power play look like? 16% is where do we stand for that? We are like Winnipeg. We're not that bad. I mean, it could be worse. I mean, that's not that bad. Is that for lowest? Yeah, that's for lowest. What about penalty kill? How's our penalty kill looking? Come on, where is our penalty kill at? Yeah, our penalty killing's not that bad either. So, I really don't know what to do with this team. I kind of want to sim up to the trade deadline for you guys and let you guys call the shots of what we should do. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're gonna sim. Actually, no, I'm gonna fix the lines. So let me fix the lines real fast the way I was saying, and then. Alright guys, let's get through the simulation as fast as we can. We're not going to try to slow sim unless we start losing games. So here we go. Let's get this going. Right away we have Boston. And then we have Washington. This month is going to be pretty hard. So the Boston Bruins up first. And we will beat them 2-0. That's what I want to see. Up next we got the Washington Capitals. We will beat them 4-3. This is exactly what I want to see. If we go on a complete tear, we know for sure we're making playoffs. Let's scout for some defensemen. I'm trying to get the big leagues out of the way first. That way I know for sure we have the bigger, big group of prospects. Pittsburgh, losing them 3-0. And then we lose to Tampa Bay. See how just losing back-to-back games like that can kill your team? Let's slow sim against Florida. They're actually doing really good this year. Boston, we will beat them 6-2. That's what I want to see. Ottawa, we will. Come on. We beat them in the shootout round, so we're getting wins now, guys. This is what I want to see. Now we got the Florida Panthers, and they got a pretty good record. 33-17-7. We're 28, 22, and 5. So let's see how we do against this first period. Marchant, or I don't know, Marchaliant or whatever. I don't know. He's just new on the team. And Aaron Ekblad, my man Aaron Ekblad. Favorite player in the game, Jaromir Jagr, the Ageless Wonder, and Barkov and Blake Wheeler get one. So they completely wrecked us. Do they have still? I think it said they still have Luongo. So I'm surprised he didn't retire on them yet. Let's keep the simulation going. I have a feeling we're going to lose against Florida. But we'll beat Anaheim, right, guys? No, 8-1. God. We'll beat Detroit. We're slow sim Detroit. They have a bad team. 17-36-5. Here we go. First period. Nothing. Second period. Shanahan and Lowry. Third period. There we go. Josh Morris against the empty net. Koshmonk, Tyler Johnson, and Justin Applicator. So, yeah. We need to string together more wins. Because see how we lose? Like, we win back-to-back games, we lose back-to-back games. Win back-to-back games, and we lose back-to-back games. We can't do that, guys. Up next, we have Montreal. And hopefully we can break 30 wins here before the trade deadline. Come on, guys. We lose in the shootout round. That's frustrating. We have to break 30 wins before the trade deadline. In my opinion, I think that let everybody know we're a contender and we're here to buy players for sure. So let's do this. Come on. The Colorado Avalanche. Let's send us to the trade deadline. We have one more game after this, but I want to get 30 wins for sure. Maybe 31 if we're lucky. First period. Sam Bennett gets one. There he is on the second line. Third period. And then that's the third period. Joel Armia and Matt Duchene. So there we go. We get 30 wins before the trade deadline. Let's make it 31 to let all the teams know we are buyers, not sellers. We're still something game against LA. What does their record look like? Let's see. 36, 22, and 4. So far they're probably a contender as well. Let's prove that we are a contender. Here we go. First period. Jeff Carter, second period. Okay, Latta and Tyler Johnson. And yeah, okay. That didn't go very well. But you know what? We're a contender. We got 30 wins. I think that shows we're a contender. I think we're a wild card team. I don't think we're like a deep guaranteed into the playoffs. I think we're a wild card team. I think if we make playoffs, we barely slipped in. Right now, we're tied with Colorado, but we hold the tiebreaker over them. I think it's because we beat them. Yeah. So right now, we're a playoff team. But from the top 3 teams in the Central, they'd be pretty hard to catch. I mean, we could probably catch Minnesota, but when it comes to Nashville and St. Louis, they'd have to completely suck for a while. I feel like we need to acquire somebody. It is the trade deadline now. I feel like we need to go out and get somebody. So maybe we trade for someone. Let me see if there's any teams willing to do away with anybody. What am I doing? Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find. All right, guys. There is one player I would like to deal, and that's Marco Dano. I know what you guys are saying. He's young. He's only 23. He's 86 overall, but he's not scoring goals. When it comes down to it, he needs to score goals. That's what we need someone to do. And to make it worse, we're only hurting him by playing on the left wing when he's a right wing because he's so young. It's really hurting him. And I want to send him to a team that could use him. So someone who's like a rebuilder. So like Arizona, would they have any good left wingers for us? And this video is going to be pretty long. So that we could use in the playoffs. Max Domi would be pretty nice. I mean, I'd like Max Domi for sure. That's another playmaker. Do we really need this many playmakers? Because I know we have Nikolai Ehlers, who's a playmaker. Mark Scheifele, playmaker. Sam Bennett, playmaker. We don't need all these playmakers. We do need some snipers. We need someone to score. That's why we have Patrick Laine. We need somebody else to do that as well. Maybe we go to one of these hopeful teams. I mean, they have the Red Wings listed as a hopeful team. They're not making playoffs. Thomas Tatar may be someone we could go after. I mean, he's 27. How big is his contract? 6.1 for 3 years. How many goals? He's only got 7 goals. He's a two-way forward. I'd rather have a sniper. So maybe he's not the person we want. I do want a left wing. What about Edmonton? Would they have any left wings to give us? No, they wouldn't. I'm going to have a look around the NHL. Okay, guys, here's a pick. Here is a trade I did find. Mikko Rantanen and a third-round pick for Marco Dano. I mean, basically, they're going to be the same player. Marco Dano's 86 overall right now, but he's a two-way forward. Mikko Rantanen is a sniper, but he's 84 overall, so we can play him on the third line and move up against Tarasov, because I think Tarasov could handle second line minutes. Play him on the... Actually, we could actually play him on the second line if we wanted to push him. He's got the low elite, so he's probably going to be at 86 before the end of the season to match Marco Dano. And I think, how many goals has he actually scored this year? He's got 10 goals, so he already has more goals than Marco Dano does, I believe. He might have they have the same amount. I mean, he's not really performing very well there. He's minus 17. We have a line for him to be on, and maybe we may be able to squeeze a third out of it. So if you guys think this is a good trade, comment it down below. This is the only trade I could really find. So, yeah. I mean, there's other left wingers we could go get. It's just that we'd have to pay an arm and a leg for them. I feel like this one would be just a straight up deal, and then we could use the third to get another. I don't think we have any more room for forwards. Maybe like a solid fourth liner and move Cop down. I'm not sure. But anyways, guys, comment what we should do for this trade deadline. If you think trading to get Mikko Rantanen is a great idea, or do you guys think we should hold on to Marco Daniel, play him on the right wing, and see how he does? It's up to you guys. So anyways, the next video won't be out tomorrow. It will be out Sunday. It will be the next franchise mode. I'm going to read your guys' comments. I'm going to think about this one long and hard. And we are going to make playoffs this year. The next video will be from trade deadline to playoffs, depending on how long the trades go. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to mash that like button down below. Comment if we should make that trade, or if there's any other players you guys want us to move. Like maybe this offseason. Well, not this offseason. Don't worry about this offseason. Worry about now. Like, maybe you're like, okay, dish out Blake Wheeler to go get somebody else. Obviously, we're not going to get rid of Blake Wheeler, but if you just let your opinion be known. Maybe you want us to trade, I don't know, Joel Armia for, I don't know, a grinder for the third line. Maybe that's the way you think this team would work better. Let me know. I want to hear what you have to say about the team, because this is our team. So, anyways, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.